Hello and welcome to the final episode of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, aka Revisiting Phoenix Wright, the Trilogy. We've been through a lot, you and I, with all its Igiaris and Kuraes and everything else. So I think it's time for us to finish it. And finish it we will. As we go into the final part of Trials and Tribulations, and the final part of this trial in Bridge to the Turnabout. February 10th, 3:36 p.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 7. Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the results of the test we had performed earlier. Test? Yes, test. On the bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree. Oh yeah, that! I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about it. That's the weapon. That my face would cheap off the victim. So what are the results? Was it the victim's blood, or due to time constraints, a full test wasn't possible? However, there's one thing we can say with certainty. The blood that was on this dagger was not the victim's blood. That is all. Now then, let's restart this trial. Wasn't Michael's blood on the dagger? Then whose was it? Found stuck in a pine tree in Inner Temple Garden. Blood doesn't match the victim. I'm sure both the defense and prosecution know this, but this trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides will need to show some firm evidence with their claims. I understand, Your Honor. From what I've heard, the witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking. So, let's finish this quickly. Agreed. Very well. Please bring in the last witness. Third time's a charm. Witness, please tell us your name and profession.
Ayasato, my profession is, I'm the assistant manager at Wright & Company Law Offices.
According to the magazine I have here, you're a spirit medium of the crane chanting technique.
I'm frightened. The Ayasato clan, I don't want any more to deal with it.
Oh my. The pain the Ayasato bloodline causes must be unbearable. Very well. Now then, Ayasato-san. When the event occurred, you were in the garden of the inner temple. And you witnessed the moment of Miss Elise Jernam's murder. Is this correct?
I didn't see it!
Straighten up this instant, young lady.
Huh?
Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later. Your mother was killed right in front of your eyes. There's nothing you can do to change that fact. But there's something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing, right? You've seen the witnesses come out and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony. On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen? Witness, if you please.
Yes, Your Honor. I was passing through the garden on the way to a spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against the stone mountain. I think I screamed, "Help me!" Then something warm splashed over me. It felt light and creamy. That's when I lost consciousness.
So you were struck on the head. I suppose it must have been the staff. Miley! The person who hit you! It was Miyagi Chinami, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
Miley, think hard.
Sorry, Nick, but I really couldn't.
Ha! Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone. It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination. My eye. Hang in there. She doesn't look well at all. Well, Monte! Who did it? Who hit you?
Well, I didn't see who it was. I was hit from behind.
You didn't see the person. But after that, your attacker was in front of you. How could you not see who it was?
Oh! Let me think for a sec. I'm sorry. I just can't remember.
You guys really having a hard time. What should I do? Press her harder. Come on, Maya. This isn't making sense. Why didn't you see this person?
Well, let me think. It was, oh yeah, that's right. It was dark. That's it. It was dark.
It was dark.
It's not good to have too much noise around when someone is undergoing spiritual training.
Come to think of it, there was earlier testimony to that effect as well. So it was dark in the garden on the night of the crime. Which is why she didn't see her attacker. I thought maybe she was trying to hide something, but I guess not. Judging by the testimony thus far, the identity of the attacker was most likely the spirit that was channeled by any student. Miyanagi Shinami. Very well. Please continue with your testimony. What happened after you were struck on the head? Mate! You think you screamed, but you're not sure.
Listen, I was a complete wreck. It was dark and I couldn't see my attacker. It was a man, a woman, an adult, a child. I had no idea. I was scared out of my wits!
Believe me, my dear, I'm certain I will soil my roots.
I thought this person might attack me, so I... Anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed. thought that was my last hope.
Wow. Sounds like poor little Maya really was out of her mind. And I wonder what she meant by last hope. What to do? Press for more details. Wait a minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff?
What? What do you mean by your last hope?
No. That's what you said. You said my last hope.
Huh? What? I said what?
Look, you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see, and you screamed, right? You screamed, "Help me!"
Yeah.
But you testified that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope.
Oh. Well, you know, that's like, what do you call it when that happens?
My eye's not doing so well out there.
Oh, yeah, oh, that's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at.
What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker that I was yelling at. That's who I was screaming to for help.
What is it now?
I messed up. I didn't mean to let that slip out.
Witness, are you absolutely sure of what you're saying? Behind the attacker, there was another person.
What have I done?
It takes a ton of pressure to make a diamond. Just ask Quirk. That's what I always say.
A ton of pressure.
You're in a court of law. You can't make things up or try to hide things in this chamber. But she's still not looking up there. Witness, the information you just presented is vital to the case. I want you to add it to your testimony.
I could see a man behind my attacker by the light of the stone lantern.
A man. Who was this man?
Well, you see, I couldn't see.
You couldn't see. She's used this excuse twice now.
Well, know. Lantern light isn't very bright.
Lantern night, did you say?
There's a great big stone lantern in the garden.
That one right there.
They always light it when an acolyte is there for training. Hey! You know what they say under the lantern? Darkness reigns.
Did he say that?
So I could see the person that was farther away. But not my attacker, who was closer. Plus, there weren't any other light sources in the garden at the time.
Kurai! Igari! So there was a man standing behind your attacker.
Yeah.
That man. He's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed. It is to him. Otherwise known as Ayasato Maiko, your mother.
The killer?
Nayo. You know who killed your mother, don't you? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? To be frank, Your Honor, I think she is in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony.
What do you mean? What problem?
Mayoi. On the night of the crime, that stone lantern was out of commission.
Huh? What?
It's true. There was no light anywhere in the garden that night.
No!
Order in the court. Mr. Kodo, explain this. 17. As appears to the clear darkness of that is the state of the witness mind right now. A cup of coffee a day. Coffee a day? Is that even you? Mr. Trites was the milk, and you are the spoon. Your Honor, I'm a spoon! I'm no spoony bother, have you know! There have been many spoony bards. Edward is one of them. This is not Edward, for the record. You must have noticed it too, Wright. This witness' mental state is highly unstable right now. It's not hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that. Sorry, but that's not going to cut it. What did you say? If there was truly no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony. May I? Recall the witness' statement about her attacker. She said that she didn't know if it was a man, a woman, adult, or child. And yet, the witness could describe a person that was standing behind her attacker. And she quite clearly described him as a man. In other words, that would have to mean that Mayoi actually saw our mystery person, despite it being so dark that she couldn't see the face of her own attacker. No! Order! 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 Order in the world is on me, Mr. Wright. Are you saying Miss Faye saw the real killer under pitch black conditions? Objection! Jake, do you have any idea what you're proposing? How could she have seen in the dark? There was no other light source at the scene. Objection! There are some things that you can only see in the dark, Mr. Godot. Mayoi, you did see who the killer was in the dark. And now, you're trying to cover for him. Cover for the man that killed her mother? There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know who this man is. Ha! You talk a good game, Wright. But let's see if you can walk the walk. It was pitch black. So what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff.
No, Nick! Don't! Please, stop.
Mayoi is dead sit on protecting scans. The man who murdered Mayoi's long-lost mother. But I can't let him get away with it. I am a lawyer, and I'll serve the court. I'm here to find the truth. Alright, Mr. Wright. It's time to show us what's your thoughts. Who was this person that you say, Mr. A, saw the dolphins? That motherfucker right there. Kudai! Because it was pitch black. Ayasato-san was able to recognize the killer easily. I'm sure the court would like to see for itself how this is possible, yes? What? But how do you propose to show us something like that? It's easy. We just need to recreate the conditions of that night. Conditions? Your Honor, the defense officially requests that all the lights in this courtroom be turned off. Well, this is what it can't be. That was a nice bit of deduction. Well, everyone, this is the man Mayoi saw on the night of the murder. Order! Ayasato! What is the meaning of this? Extra rounds. Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such a thing. Why aren't you denying it? Ha. Your Honor, you're asking the wrong person. What do you mean by that? If you've got questions, ask the witness. That's one right. Well, Mayoi, how about it? What you saw that night. Was it 3 glowing red lights? Well, witness, answer the question.
saw that.
My eyes!
I saw the bastard that stabbed my mom. Was a man. For a totally different reason.
What? Richard, Mr. Wright, what's the... Stop your chat, Your Honor. Extra round number 2. Extra round number 2! Shot string. If it's worth asking, ask the witness. That's one of my rules. Alright. Well then, let's continue with the testimony. Please tell us how you knew the killer was a man.
Yes, Your Honor. I didn't realize it until after I woke up, but... When I came to, I was just lying there on the training hall floor. By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed. The torches were lit, and the body was gone. And all the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up, too. Since the person did all that work alone, I just assumed it was a man.
So it was after the crime took place that the witness came to think the killer was a man.
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No need to apologize. It's as Mr. Goddard said. You're utterly exhausted. It's only natural that you would be a little confused. Also, if you consider the situation you described, it doesn't seem too much of a stretch to assume the culprit was a man. Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. So you lost consciousness when you were in the garden. Is that right?
Yes, I think it was the victim was stabbed.
So then the person that carried you into the inner temple, it could only have been the killer.
That's what I think, too.
into the inner temple. Naturally, the killer must have done it, right?
Yes, I think so.
But why would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? There must have been something that the killer desperately wanted to hide.
I don't know.
Looks like she doesn't have enough confidence. I think I need to gather some more information before I ask her again. The torches were lit.
Yes, that's how I noticed that the whole scene had. That's how I noticed that the whole scene had changed.
I'm going to say it was the killer who lit the torches. I mean, who else could it be? The killer probably lit them since it'd be impossible to do any kind of work in the dark. However, if that's true, there's one thing that still bothers me. Why did the killer go to the effort of moving the body? That's true. It's hard to see how that would be of any intention to kill her. The only one who would gain anything from that would be the only person that was at the inner temple. Maya. Very well. Let's hear some more about the condition of the crime scene. So, you're saying the killer cleaned up the snow? It did look really odd. Snow was removed in an unnatural-looking rectangular shape around the lantern.
There were a lot of shovels around the inner temple, but they're all really heavy, way too heavy for me to use.
An odd fellow indeed, this killer. Why on earth would anyone want to take snow away? Well, there's one thing I can think of. Didn't you say that a lot of the victim's blood sprayed onto the snow?
Yeah, collapsing ended up being splattered.
In other words, the killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. I think that's the most reasonable explanation. Perhaps. However, there's something that's bothering me. If the killer just wanted to hide the snow with blood on it, there was no need to remove that amount. That's true. We could have scooped up just the snow that was stainless. It looks like there are some mysteries behind this issue.
But I think this will help explain them.
So you're saying that you never saw the killer, right?
Yes.
But earlier you very clearly stated that. You saw a man behind your attacker.
Yes. I'm sorry.
The killer certainly went through a lot of trouble. Moving the body by pendulum, manipulating the frame. So for what purpose? Why do all that? Maybe Mayoi knows more than she's letting on. Naturally, the killer must have done it, right?
Yes, I think so.
But why would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? There must have been something that the killer desperately wanted to hide.
The truth is, when I saw the crime scene, I felt something.
You did?
Yes. I felt like the killer was hiding the evidence from me, for my sake.
What? Hiding it for you?
Everyone knew that I was the only one at the inner temple that night. If Sister Bikini had come back and looked at the garden,
She may have thought that you had done it. No, she definitely would have thought so. And you're saying that's why the killer cleaned up the crime scene to make it look like nothing had happened.
yes, I am sure of it.
Well, that's an important piece of information. I want you to add that to your testimony.
Yes, sure. I think it was for my sake that the killer cleaned up the evidence of what had happened.
They did it for your sake?
Well, if the body and the blood hadn't been removed, I would have immediately been the prime suspect, right?
Yes, I suppose that's true. Yeah, and if that happened, the body would have caused some other problems too. If her real identity had come out right then, it would have been terrible. After a crane killed by own daughter. I don't think Mayoi would have been able to handle it. But still, it's rather difficult to fathom the killer's motives. What reason is there to go through that much trouble to protect you? You got it! The body of the loose Dunam was carried all the way to Hazakura Temple's courtyard. Then at the garden, the real scene of the crime. The snow that we suspect was covered in blood was scooped up and removed. It's reasonable to believe all this was done in an attempt to hide the true crime scene. However, there's still one matter that seems somewhat odd. Bonus number 2.5. And what would that be? You must have figured it out by now, Mr. Godo. It's the message written in blood on the lantern. It was written very carefully on the white stone lantern. Mayoi. If the killer was so motivated to protect Mayoi from suspicion, then why didn't they wipe the writing off the lantern? You're right! Order! Mr. Wright! Isn't it a fact that the killer was trying to cover up the crime scene? Indeed. But it doesn't make much sense to move the body and remove the bloody snow. Then not wipe off the most incriminating thing of all, the bloody writing. Supervisor! But if that's the case, do you have any explanation for the killer's mysterious behavior? Why would this killer move the body and remove all that snow, but then leave the bloody writing on the lantern? I don't know what the killer's plan was, but it's the fact that the killer left the writing on the lantern. There must be a reason for it. Well then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion. Why did the killer leave the message written in blood on the lantern? Then no, sir. Prosecutor Godos, Early in this trial, you gave me some good advice. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. The real killer wanted to disguise the fact that a crime had occurred there. If that's the case, they wouldn't have left the bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose. Therefore, it must mean that they didn't notice it.
But that doesn't make any sense. The torches were all red and everything. There's no way any normal person would miss something as glaring as that.
You're right. There is no way any normal person would. What? What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright? There's only one person involved in this incident who could have missed seeing the bloody writing altogether. And who would that be? Who is the person that could have failed to notice the bloody writing? This motherfucker right here. Today! Mr. Golos. This is what you said yesterday. My eyesight is pretty messed up. That line? RoboCop. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. You can't see everything? Is that correct, Mr. Goldberg? This lantern was submitted as evidence today. I would like the court to think back to the moment it was first presented. This lantern, there's something written on it. Why? It's written in blood! Nonsense! This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle. Mr. Godos, there are certain colors you can't see. Correct? You can't see red on a white background, can you? That's right. We went through this once before. During the poisoning case at Tribulations. The light from this bed was wearing at the time. and somehow spilled coffee on it. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Bulldog. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court? Blood stain? What blood stain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor! The blood-colored stain that smeared all over the apron! That's ridiculous! No one told me anything about a blood stain! You could see the coffee on the white apron, but you couldn't see the ketchup because it was red. Order up, sir! Ha. It's strange. In a black and white photo, those letters would have appeared black to me. I wonder, why am I the only one that can't see them? So then, Mr. Goldo, are you admitting it? That he's colorblind? Yes, he admits being colorblind. Are you admitting that you can't see the red writing on the lantern? Hey, Gramps. Didn't you know? That's the reason why I don't drink red tea. I wasn't sure about it until now, but I just can't believe it. Prosecutor Goldo is the murderer. But there's no going back. I finally figured out the truth. Mr. Goldo, the defense at this time formally accuses you. You are the murderer of Miss Elise Dunem, also known as Ayasato Michael. It's hard to believe this may be true. However, once again, Mr. Wright has brought up a disquieting fact about you. Ha! Graffiti into the killer. Besides, it's not like it's my name that's written there.
Objection!
I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the color red. This is rich. You go on, Trey. Order up! The answer's right there at the crime scene. In the snow. The snow? How so? Well, for example, why did the killer move all that snow? Your Honor, you said it yourself. If he wanted to hide the bloody snow, why not just take out that... If he wanted to hide the bloody snow, why not take out just that area? Yes, why didn't you just take that area? Oh, who would it be? Yes, the killer couldn't see the red blood that had seeped into the snow. And so, he had to remove all of the snow. He couldn't be sure of where the blood had landed, so he removed the whole area. It didn't look like that the killer could see the blood because it was dark. Not a chance. The torches were all lit. He would have been able to see just fine. It seems that once again, this trial has taken an unexpected turn, to say the least. Can you explain this, Mr. Goldot? Maya? What is it, witness?
Mr. Goldot isn't the killer. After all, he didn't even come to the inner temple until 2 days after the murder took place. He didn't show up until
What?
He didn't show up until after that old bridge got fixed up.
Objection!
You can't testify to something like that.
Why? What do you mean? I mean, look at... But I... Ah!
After the murder happened, you didn't even exist. She didn't? I'm afraid I don't follow. Are you senile, old man? We established this just a little while ago. After the murder, this witness was unconscious for a long time. Because she was channeling Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, that's right.
Please, Your Honor, let me add to my testimony. Nick, please listen to me.
You plan to cover for Goldot no matter what the cost. If that's the case, then I've got no choice. Your Honor, let's hear her testimony. If it means we're going to hear the whole truth, I say we should not silence her. Ha! Nicely done, Wright. Very well, let's hear the witness testimony. Please tell us what happened at the Inner Temple after the murder.
Yes, sir. After I woke up, I began channeling and my spirit left me, as it were. But little Haru was there at the Inner Temple too.
Or Haru-chan.
Haru-chan was also stuck on the air temple site that night. The next morning, she looked around, but couldn't find anyone. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spare prep room. That's when Mr. Godo arrived at the inner temple for the first time. He sat Harumi first and cheered her right up.
Who's this party?
That's my little cousin. Elsie.
So when did you hear about this?
Oh, just a while ago. When I was in the medical office.
I'm terribly sorry. But what you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony.
What? Come on! Pearlie would never tell a lie. She's a way more honest person than I'll ever be.
Real smart, oi. You always know the best things to say when you're under oath. Ha! The prosecution has no objection. We believe the witness. Mr. Goldot, let's just move on to the cross-examination. If the defense has no objections. This is highly unusual, but, well, Mr. Wright? Let's get this cross-examination started. So, where do you think Haru-chan slept that night?
In the spare prep room next to the in the spare prep training room next to the training hall, I guess. There's a rule that you can't enter the training hall during an acolyte training.
But even so, why did she go to the inner temple in the first place? It seems that Haru became very worried about Mayoi.
She knew that the spiritual training I was about to undergo was very intense.
Haru was supposed to channel Shinami, but she couldn't do it. That's why she headed to the inner temple. However, she was already there, possessing the body of Elise Denim. searched the entire inner temple side, end to end?
Well, you see, how to Chang gets pretty scared when she goes. And there were that many places to go. She said that she even went back and forth several times.
The inner temple side has two structures, the training hall and a spare prep room.
And there's also a storage shack. That's about it.
There was a storage shack, too. Haru was looking for other people, right? Would she have really examined a storage shack all that carefully?
Well, if it was me, that would be the first place I would investigate.
So that means it's possible that someone may have been hiding in the storage shack. I didn't hear the sound of them working on the bridge.
What do you mean?
I was just wondering why she would stay in the prep room. If it was me, I'd at least go out and wait at the foot of the bridge.
Oh. Well, you probably said she was sleeping there at the time. She said she was so scared in the night that she couldn't sleep well and woke up a bunch of times.
Oh, little girl. Oh, little my God. Well, we know that she had at least one friend in the same cabin. Dahlia Hopkins, who was busy battling with the trigger. Couldn't let anyone see her, so she wouldn't have shown herself to Haru. What happened after the bridge was finally fixed? So it's your first time on the inner temple side, Mr. Gogo. That's funny. Am I imagining things, or did the defense ask me a question? Mr. Wright, please save your questions for the witness. What you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony. Those are your words, Your Honor. Touché, Mr. Wright. Oh, well. What do you have to say, Mr. Gould? Action fast, sir! Hot night, hotter coffee. That's what I always say. That's why I prefer ice. If it hadn't been for this case, I never would have visited there. A freezing cold temple in the mountains, I think I'll pass. So he had never visited Hazakura or the inner temple. Ha! You want to say something, Wright? very peaceful one with your testimony. After fixing the bridge, the policeman came over to the inner temple site, right?
Yes. Right, Mr. Goddard?
He cheered her up.
That's what her said. She said he was a very nice old gentleman. Thank you for looking after my cousin, Mr. Goddard.
And here I was thinking you were nothing more than a coffee addict. He is. Me? I drink anything except booze. Ah! Cut it out. You're making me blush. This guy's really beginning to get on my nerves. In more ways than one. The truth is there. Aren't that many places to look on the inner temple side. The policemen were all busy going over the garden with fine-tooth combs. So I decided to carry out an investigation in my own way. Grown-up style. I'm the same way. I like to hand down verdicts in my own way. Judge's style. Okay, Saibancho. Maybe I should ask some questions. Yuchi style. You said that you conducted an investigation of your own. Did you find anything? It looks like my investigation went about as well as yours tonight. After all, I did miss the one right. Well, I didn't miss it. So speak for yourself, Gobbles. The only odd thing I discovered was the beauty in the training hall. Beauty? I guess a misty fae, naturally. Clad in a stunning Japanese garb surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes. Western tastes? I find a stranger way to describe gravy. So from there you headed for the prep room. Wait a second. What's it called on Suicide? I think I just found his proverbial weak spot. There's only one thing of any importance here. Where was Zola when the murder was taking place? He must have already been at the inner temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed Elise Renew. Yari! Mr. Godot. The first time you crossed Dusky Bridge and went into the inner temple was long before the murder took place.
Why do you say that?
Because he just made one fatal slip up. The hanging scroll in the training hall. Hanging scroll?
But Mr. Goodall is right. That scroll shows a picture of my mother.
I know you know who it is, but here's something you didn't know. By the time the bridge had been repaired, 2 days after the murder, the hanging scroll in the training hall looked like this. What's that wonderfully delicious smell? And it's still there? The morning after the crime, someone covered it with gravy.
Gravy? But why gravy, Nick?
Because gravy was much more than a condiment to the culprit. Well, Mr. Godot, if you really hadn't seen the hanging scroll until after the murder, you wouldn't have had any way of knowing that it was Ayasato Michael.
Wait a minute, Nick!
Yes.
Take another look at the hanging scroll. Look, at the top. There's a crest there.
That. It's the mark of the master, correct?
Exactly. Well, if you know the meaning of the mark,
then you could guess that it was a picture of Mr. Vay on that. True, but Mr. Godot described what it was underneath like this. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western taste.
how?
She was covered in gravy. Yes, it's possible that he knew what the crest meant. However, he couldn't have known that she was wearing Japanese clothing. Mr. Godot, on the day of the murder, you were hiding at the inner temple long before the crime took place. Extra coffee, sir. Thank you. Can I ask you just one little thing tonight? What is it? This whole theory of yours. It all rests on a certain assumption. That I knew beforehand that a crime was going to be committed.
If that's right, otherwise there's no reason for him to sneak off to the crime scene.
Of course, Mr. Godot knew about the plan.
Huh?
What did you say? Is it really possible that another person knew of the plan? Oh, yeah. I mean, it's right here. Today? This crime was actually planned over a year ago. Ayasato Kimiko authored the plan for her daughter's future. And these instructions were hidden somewhere in Ayasato Manor for a year. However, by the time little Haru found these instructions, they had already been unsealed. Yes, the killer had read these instructions long before Haru ever found them. That's how he knew the crime was to take place at the Inner Temple. And you the crafty killer is me. You bet I do. Right, you just said that the instructions were hidden.
Yeah, that's right. If the girl could have known where the instructions were hidden.
If he really wanted to know, he had one great chance to find out. Yes, and when was that? During a visit.
A visit?
Kimiko told her daughter Haru about where the instructions were hidden. I know I keep saying Kumiko and Kimiko. It's Kimiko. During one of her visits to the detention center. That would be the only time for someone to have learned where they were hidden. Eavesdropping on a visit at the detention center. Yes, it could be arranged if you were someone with easy access in and out of there. Like, for example, a prosecutor such as Mr. Goulos. Hold up! Mr. Goulos, you're under fire again. Its murder could not have been carried out without prior knowledge. And you were the only one that could have acquired this information before the murder. I have, sir. Humans are afraid of the dark. And yet, at the same time, we're fascinated and enriched by it. Maybe that's why humans take the dark. Oh, there's a reason why people drink coffee. To them, they're tonic. Time for a relapsing, but what does that mean? It means there's a reason for everything. According to your theory, the killer in this case is drunk on a conversation during A chase is where he learns of a hidden plan for a crime. After discovering the plans, he hid in the inner temple and waited for the crime to occur. Then he ultimately took a person's life. And he did all of that just to protect this witness. That's right. If you're accusing me of this crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this? This girl is nothing but a stranger to me. I've got no reason to go through that kind of trouble to protect her. I am what you see. I am certainly not the type to rescue the damsel in distress. The killer's behavior is certainly extreme, for lack of a better word. Even considering that the killer wanted to protect this witness' life, his behavior is still a little too unnatural. However, you had a good reason, didn't you, Mr. Brothers? An unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all costs.
Just checking it out. Haven't you, Nick?
I guess you were doing your best to cover for the same reason. Okay, too late. I'm all in. Let's hear it. It's very simple. Mayoi is a lot more than just a stranger to you. What's this? There's one person who lies at the very center of this whole story. One person that ties you and her together inextricably. Today! There's a very good reason why Mayo's life is so precious to you. After all, she is Chihiro's only sister. Chihiro Ayasato. You once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney. Wait a second, yo. Mr. Goldhawk just... Attention, Johnny! With your Honor's piercing intellect, you must have figured it out by now. The real name of this man who calls himself Goldhawk. His real name is Kominogi Soryu. Isn't that right? The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago. Diego Armando. That name rings a bell. It should, Your Honor. All of this is related to a single case. A case in which a convict named Terry Foles killed himself. Ayasato Chihiro's first time in court. The tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all was a heartless, scheming demoness in disguise. But in the end, she couldn't tear off that disguise. However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Kamino Soryu, a senior defense attorney at the office where Chihiro worked.
It's my fault! It's all my fault! Mr. Foles killed himself!
Maya, you can't cry yet. Only time ago I can cry when it's all over. I was moved by her. The way she put all her faith in her clients. That pure, sweet heart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dolio Hawthorne. Mia and I thoroughly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. Then, one fateful day, Dahlia wanted to meet with me. It had been 6 months since the trial. We met in the courthouse cafeteria. Oh, I just remembered. 6 years ago, right here in this courthouse, You were poisoned! Here you go, sir! Even if I didn't see it coming, I did it for sure. Dahlia Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee. Some newspapers at the time called it a murder. But very little information about the case was released to the press. But you weren't dead at all. No official reports ever actually called it a murder. I was just in a deep coma. I see. My body shut down, and my life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. That woman's poison did a real number on my central nervous system. I lost my sight, and all of my hair turned white due to the damage it caused.
That's terrible.
Apparently, it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years had passed since I drank that poison brew. Then one morning, my eyes flew open from the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee. 5 years? You were asleep for 5 years? And the worst possible news was waiting for me. That she was dead. Mia Fey was dead. From the very moment I opened my eyes, I had already lost everything I thought I had. The woman I loved had been murdered, and the woman I loathed had been sentenced to death. The woman you loathed, the woman who had spiked my scalding hot coffee, Dahlia Hawthorne. Ha. Good old Mia. She didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up.
That's so sad.
For someone like me, for someone who had slept away their best days, there were only 2 reasons left to live. And it was for those 2 reasons that I decided to become a prosecutor. If I may ask, what were your 2 reasons to live? The first was you, too late. Huh? Me? If I hadn't drank that stupid poison. Mia never would have died, much less the way she did. You were the only one who was there to protect her. But you let her die. It was all your fault.
What's inside that?
I wanted to see for myself what kind of a man you really were.
So that's why you became a prosecutor?
My other reason for living. She goes by the name of Maya Fay.
Huh? You mean me?
You were the only way I could make up for the sin of not saving Mia. 1 year ago, when the Korean village incident was resolved, it was obvious that Morgan was planning something. Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it. My role as a prosecutor put me in the perfect position to do something about her.
That's how you overheard Haru's visit with Morgan. Detention center.
I knew that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it. My goal was to outwit the plan. I thought, if I could do that, I could keep that girl from being caught up in it.
Makes sense. If Haru had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill my wife, she never would have helped out.
Finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. I contacted both of my accomplices.
Accomplices?
Iris of Hazakura Temple and Missy Faye. I especially needed the help of Iris. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control her.
How did you contact my mother? She has been missing for almost 20 years.
Officially, yes.
What? What do you mean officially?
You've heard about it, haven't you? About the strong ties between the main family and the government.
Now that you mention it, Bikini did say something to that effect. She said that the master of Crane had great authority.
Even without her official position, Misty still with a great influence. The police have been keeping an eye on her movements all this time. That's how I was able to contact her. Again, because of my position as a prosecutor.
So my mother was cooperating with you.
Don't ever forget. No matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped taking your picture.
She was always...
I knew she would do anything to protect you. If you want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was, look at her staff.
Her
stuff. The one with the sword in it. The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at the Collective. That's when your mother showed me her special stuff. I realized it then. Just how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect you from more, if necessary. Yes. Even if it meant paying the ultimate price. Mother? That night, the night of the crime, there was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan. You mean Haru, don't you? We had to make sure she didn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne.
Well, sir, what are you going to do tonight? If you'd like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together.
We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan. But she never showed up.
She was ready to follow me to the inner temple.
That was the thing we were most afraid of. And that's why Misty Faye had to do the channeling herself. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body. What? What do you mean? If she channeled the spirit first, then Haru wouldn't be able to do it herself. As Master of Kurain, Misty's power was supreme. So that's how it went down. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne so that Pearl wouldn't be able to. What? Is this true? My role in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya. That's why I hid myself at the inner temple. Just in case you needed to be saved from Dahlia. Anyway, that's all I'm going to admit to tonight. Huh. There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense attorney. But you're going to have to do the rest yourself. The background leading up to this incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim? There are only two possible suspects right now. Maya And I'm sad to say, you, Mr. Google. I've got 6 in my pocket, bitch. Well, if you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all. Show us beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can finish this on your own.
No, Nick. Please, don't. I heard the whole thing from my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Google. I can't do it. I can't testify to this. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect you and me too.
I know that. But even so, it doesn't absolve him of his crime. Please, Miley, testify. Say your testimony, please. This is the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I'll know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. I'm sure you're right. I'm ready now, Nick.
All right, young lady. Tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder? This is the last testimony. We're just going to hit this into full 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 hours. This is going to be at least 3, if not 4 hours. That's how it usually is with the final testimony. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm not going to stop the video. I'm just going to take a 5-minute break because nature calls. So I'll be right back. The call has been made. Let's finish this, shall we? The time of the murder.
Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights. 3 of them. I thought I asked for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead though, and she was struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly, the red lights went out and the whole area was black. Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, failure collapsed and I lost consciousness.
These red lights. I thought you said you don't remember seeing them.
I'm sorry. I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden.
Ha. Things break, Wright. even the best of theories. Who was it that stabbed Misty, Faye? It looks like you still can't prove it. I know he's telling the truth this time. I know it. The rest is up to me. Well then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness. Struck back? How do you know that?
Well, you're right. I didn't see it exactly. But I can tell by the sound of their breathing and movement. And also the smell of blood.
You have witnessed more horror than any young lady should ever have to in one night. So then, what did you do at that point?
I couldn't move. I could just barely make out the shadows moving in the dark, but I had no idea what to do.
Could you still see the red lights you mentioned earlier?
Yes, I think so. What?
They went out.
Yes. Suddenly, I couldn't see them at all.
What could it mean? The red lights were coming from Goldup's mouth. And they went out right in the middle of the fight.
Maybe the mask was damaged?
Or maybe it was knocked off. Or maybe the batteries ran out. Right? Tonight. Or maybe those little red pinhead looking lights just stopped working. What could have really happened then? What do you mean by just at that moment? Do you mean the moment when the red lights went out?
Yes, that's right.
The scream that you heard then, was it Miyagi Chinami? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure
It was a man's voice.
What? So then, that scream came from the killer? That's got to be it.
your listeners must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it.
And then the killer let out a scream of pain.
After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess?
Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me. It sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of wonder there's a contradiction. I'm sorry to say this, but that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction. That makes sense. After all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct. Remember the testimony she gave. Before the killer let out a scream, Mayoi said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim.
Is that right?
She could have been struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that had caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff. If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer to write. There's only one thing I can't think of that could have been used as the weapon here. If now the awful had already been stabbed in the back by the staff, what could she have used to strike back at the killer? Kurai? Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. This dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck into a pine tree. Yes, the detective found that this morning and brought it to me. Miyagi Chinami struck back at the killer with this. And she managed to wound him as well. Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have been from the victim. Igay! Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood. The killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. So you're saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer? Exactly. A DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Goldor, it would prove that it's your blood. I didn't ask for an extra sympathy. Nice, very nice. change the results of a scientific test. Let me ask you something, Wright. Let's just say that it turned out I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that? What? Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective and brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom. Yes. What does that prove? Well, if I really were the killer, I could have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it. That... it can't be! It isn't. There's one thing I can guarantee today. That blood. It doesn't belong to me. Not a chance. What? In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. All right, then. Witness, continue your testimony.
Okay! Wait a minute!
Oh, what's the problem?
I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation. This dagger, you said that it wounded the killer.
That's right.
But if Mr. Coda's had really been cut with the dagger, his clothes should be bloody or have a rip in them, right?
My God. Maybe he just changed his clothes. That solves the contradiction pretty easily.
What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder? Everyone that was on the inner temple side got trapped there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And once the bridge was fixed, then the police headed for the inner temple.
Mr. Koda was already there, waiting for them.
Sup?
He never had a chance to change his clothes. Ah!
Order in the court! What the witness says is true! He's lying! Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him. But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that struck down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes? Did the judge take short real estate to less research? Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the murder. That way he wouldn't get any blood on them. That's impossible, Wright. You know how cold it gets up there late at night. After a few moments with no clothes on, you'll be frozen solid, blue balls for days. Ah! So that's all you've got. I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this. Right now. If Mia were here. If Mia were here. She would have closed the book on this case already. If Chihiro were here? So come on tonight. Can you do it or not? How about it, Mr. Wright? You've accused Mr. Goldort of being the killer. But can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence? The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have. I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. She had breasts of steel. I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you wanted. Ah, that's good. A fighter till the bitter end, Wright. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for the unlimited penalty? Oh! Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Goldort? Because it doesn't matter to me. I've got the one piece of evidence I need. Give me a break. You've got nothing, Wright. What do I do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle. Alright then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got. There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger. But we decided it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a blood stain on his clothing. There's one place the killer could have hidden his wound. What did you say?
Hidden?
This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there were no bloodstains on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound. It's the end of the line. The final stop, Wright. Let's hear what you've got. Where's this location where you say the killer hid his wound? And my next Let's Play will be... Ha! I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Wright? What was that just now? It can't be. You're living on through him. Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. Yori! It's beneath your mask! During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right. Your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Gozo, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved. I just had an orgasm. Let me drink that down. Just now, I saw her spirit in you. I never liked you. 6 years ago. You helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then... while I was sleeping, you let Mia die. But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
Mr. Carter.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive. Was me. You yourself. I was the one that failed to protect me. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask. I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit. But you saved my life. Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just
What do you mean?
Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, I would have fucked you. Then there was one person that I should have gone and talked to right away.
Who would that be? Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother. But I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason.
No, why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all.
Huh?
I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia. Nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. You're wrong! You put your life on the line to save Mayoi! Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure. What do you mean by that? That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette. A part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dolly Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye. Or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. And you slain her. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Faye? Or was it something else? In the end, I wanted to cut that bitch head down. Was it my hatred for a woman who's stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. No! You think? I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. A stupid fantasy of beating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off. As a true defender of the people. That's my job as a Let's Player. In that one moment, I understood everything. The double Iggyari! I think you already know this. But if you don't, my name is Diego Armando. Or Kaminogi Soryu.
Mr. Armando, I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me.
Thanks. Your wound. It's bleeding. Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears. Tears. Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando?
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. This time, it really is one of those. Defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and the crime scene is a serious offense in itself.
I understand, Your Honor. Kaminogi-san explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I willingly cooperated in it.
Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Naruhodo-san.
Hmm?
I want to apologize to you.
Apologize? To me? For what? The very same thing I kind of almost always hear. Every goddamn time. Moving on.
For the case 5 years ago. Of course.
I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. Me and Naruhodo Ryuichi share a past like that. We were both nearly killed by an ex. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me.
It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other.
Huh? What do you mean?
You and my sister. You only met twice.
Huh? Wait, we only met twice?
The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Kaminogi-san in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. The next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed.
No way! It just can't be true! I mean, during our whole relationship, or lack thereof, we were never in love.
For those 8 months, I wanted to be your girlfriend. The woman that you thought was Miyagi Chinami wasn't actually my sister.
Huh? It wasn't? Nani?
I hope one day you can forgive me. Rio.
You mean?
That's right. I lied to you for 8 months.
I would have had a heart attack if I was him. But why? Why would you do such a thing?
Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and the surveillance, she couldn't move about freely.
So that's why you...
My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst.
Prepared for the worst?
She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. was she always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice.
You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you?
She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance.
And that's why you came to me. You came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place.
But I couldn't get you to give it back. That was something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that ever happened.
That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you.
I think she must have noticed.
Notice what?
My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life or mine. After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed.
I have something to say to you, too.
Yes?
You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Nami was found guilty, I still believed in you. Oh, drink! How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know anymore. I'll tell you though. Right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so? Phoenix, right? Yes. Yeah. I think you're right. Yes, it is the greatest drink of all time. If I had a cup of coffee right now, I'd join in that, but I have instead tea. A mutual share of coffee. The purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim. It is due in. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case.
I understand, John.
Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant not guilty. Court is now adjourned. February 10th, 4:51 p.m. Oh, fuck, that long. District Court, defendant lobby number 1. I thought it was 7, but we're at 1. So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended. Was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save my life being sent to prison by my own hand.
Of course, justice was served. Hi, kids.
Chill!
I'm proud of you. Not a little. Your defense was truly brilliant.
But I couldn't save Kaminogi. The man who cared so deeply for you.
You're wrong, Naruto. You did save Koryu. You saved him in the only way possible.
You mean with that verdict?
I think one day you'll understand too. Naruto, I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me.
Shiro!
You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you. I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday. Naruto.
I've handled lots of cases and I've seen a lot of things. That's me in video games in a nutshell. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I am not a paladin. I am a dragoon. I suppose today's case produced one possible answer.
Nick.
My God.
Yes, it's just like my sis said.
Chihiro, what did she say?
That night when I channeled Chihiro to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry. Phoenix will save everyone in the end.
But I...
Come on! Cut it out with that gloomy face! Did you see? Me, Sis, and I sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you have done for us, Nick.
You're damn right you owe me blowjobs. Each and every one of you. Nut shot to the face. Anyway. How can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. Ah! Hey!
Still a softy as always, Naruhobo Yoichi.
Excellent work, Naruhobo.
Mr. Edgeworth? When'd you get back?
Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. And AG and May have actually been helping me.
Helping you?
If these two hadn't been here on the first day of the trial, the defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Wow. But where were you, Nick?
I had his tail in for a river and caught a nasty cold which forced him to sleep all day.
Yes, he laid in bed shivering from his fever with ice cold poured over his head.
Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing things. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too. Francisca.
I don't suppose you don't put there's room for me in this group longer soon.
Oh, Larry!
What's with the longer than usual face? I realized something when I was reborn. I realized it but I said she was never of any use to anyone, not even
That's not true! Right, Nick?
What? You're asking me? Well, I got places as well, right? Eh? Oh. Yeah, of course. But I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good. Dude, you are a creature of the highest caliber of derp. No. Oh, yeah. Those portraits you painted. They were really good. Isn't that right, Reggie? me? Why are you making that face? Huh? Oh. Well, yes. Thank you. I certainly can't say exactly. Do you really mean it? What about you? That's what you want to? Ah! My daughter can't possibly be captured by mere crayon. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you're putting to it, and that's worth something. Did you do it? You like your promise? Naked? You're going to model for my next picture book? Frankie's whippity whip trip? Don't get carried away. Yeah, I'm good. Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. The painting of Pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around. Haru. Where could she have gone? Normally she would have made a beeline for my own.
Oh. I'll go look for her. Be right back.
Damn, that was quick. Not all, though. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you are wondering how Mayoi can be so cheerful despite all that has happened. Yeah. To be honest, I can't understand it either. I think I understand how she feels. Mayoi is a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can. In later the game she does. What do you mean by now is exactly the time? Wasn't the only one that was badly wounded in this instance. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Mayoi is trying her best not to cry. Someone who was hurt more deeply than Mayoi. I think I'm starting to understand. Then tell me, Naruhodo Ryuichi, who is Maya being strong for? Well, she's being strong for one person and that one person alone. Ayasato Harumi. Poor kid. After all, the reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions. was because she loved and believed in her mother. She knew. It's for the good of the Ayasato clan. I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Mayoi. That's why she was so happy. It shows how truly devoted she is to Mayoi. They act more like sisters than cousins. But it's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Ayasato Mayoi's mother was killed, and she herself was put into the deepest hell imaginable. And that's exactly why Mayoi is putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Harumi's sake, until she can see her smile again. Oh! Hey! So this is where you all work? Wow, looks like we've got quite the buzz here today. What was that for, sir? Sorry about that, Scruffy. My head just seems to have a mind of its own. What's up, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, you know, that's nice. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. My salary's just sort of kind of gone down by a teeny weeny bit. But it's alright. I made reservations at a first-class French restaurant tonight. Bye! C'est good work, Scruffy. That was your reward. Detective Gumshoe, you said a first-class French restaurant. You don't mean très bien. Where else? I knew it. We're doomed. Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't keep making waiting, pal. Hey, you! Hey, you! Crybaby! You're invited too! Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser's shack eating potatoes. You know, Mayoi is taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for Haru. Oh, Mayoi. What's wrong?
Nick, what do I do? Pearl, I can't find her anywhere.
Huh? I bet she just went back home. That's all.
I thought so too, so I called the village. But no one has heard from her. This has never happened before!
As I figured. She has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Mayoi.
But not if this was her fault. What should he do?
Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, what is it, pal? Could you guys go on ahead? But what about you? Maya and I will... We'll join you guys once we find Haru. Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. Yeah, but you're... That even not a hold on you. They got on ahead. The Jones keep us waiting and not a hold on. We won't.
But where should we look? Where could Pearlie have gone?
That's all my... There's only one place I can think of that she might have gone. The train station? No. Not to say no. Wait, she went to the train station. February 10th, Hazakura Temple. Main gate.
Hazakura Temple?
For Harume, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started.
What's this? You're all back again so soon? Sister Bikini? I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight.
Oh, she's here? Pearlie's here?
She's in the training hall. So why don't you hurry along and go see her?
Okay.
She just made amends.
Pearlie's not here.
Ah. Miley! The hanging scroll!
Someone cleaned it off.
It's got to be Haru.
Ah! Yes, she started it! Pearlie!
What?
Why did you just leave like that? Music quiet. I swear that I would never trouble you ever again. Because you know my father.
That's why you came here?
Because he's like to pray for your happiness.
You don't have to do that, Pearlie. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course I'm sad that my mother is gone. But how does I'm still happy.
You don't have to lie to make you feel better.
No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do.
Bye.
I'm impressed.
You truly are the daughter of Mystic Michael.
Sister Bikini!
Your mother, Mystic Michael, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night. After dishonoring the good name of Crane, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Mayo is always in my thoughts. It's true. She'll always be with me until the day I die. Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regret. She'll always be with me until the day I die. Huh. There's a rule of something all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die.
That's the master's husband.
The thing that Maiko kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important. Rather, it was the contents. That's... It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But what makes us human is that we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question. Same with us Let's Players. Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again. Shihiro, Mayoi, Harumi, Kaminoshi. And Mayoi's mother too. I learned that from all of it. Well, shall we get going? Everyone's waiting. This is a day to remember. A day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today.
But I still can't.
Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime.
Okay. Alright. We're gonna make a brand new start too. Send the bikini. I'll be back for more training, I promise.
She eventually does.
I know, and I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for 3 for when you come
back. Alright! We're going to have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mrs. Maya, how will you lots and lots of food tonight?
You know, there's one thing I don't get and probably want. You know, there's one thing I don't get and probably don't want to, but.
What is it, Nick?
Reservations for training is fine and all, but why for 3?
Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right or excite us.
I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you.
Good job!
It'll be great, Nick. We're going to do the special course naturally.
The fuck is
That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick. You do anything for Mrs. Maya when you even walk on hot coals, right? We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time. Right, Nick?
You know. I was wondering if I can just say one little thing.
Sure. Of course you can. Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it.
I'm getting goosebumps too.
Well then. Here goes nothing. You got it! that's it. This was the very end of the trilogy. The original trilogy. Revisited and redone on Steam.
I really have to work extra hard now. After Green and the office manager of Wright Company of Offices, and I have to be a good big sister to Pearlie and Nick too.
What?
Well, as long as I'm not locked up or not captured or something like that.
Following this, it won't take a while, but it'll be the spin-off. Ace Attorney Investigations for the DS. And following that will be Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. Not in the same sequence.
So it's true. This really is Mrs. Wright. This is why I decided I would see with the special course and all the ways to the end.
Oh, God, no.
Actually, I heard there's a legendary extra special ultra course there, too.
Oh, God, no.
I think I'll surprise you two of them by sending them to secret reservation.
Pearl the Shipper, ladies and gentlemen. Little Harumi strikes again. I'll admit I did shed a few tears here and there. Because they do hit hard here. Maggie bought me a brand new coat as a present, pal. I feel 10 years younger. I'll never take it off. Yes, you will.
Yes, but somehow you just don't seem the same. I guess a dirty, shabby old overcoat is just more detective like sir.
And don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself silly. What? No, he will not. He will change his pants, goddammit, and change them quickly. There are a few things I will do for love. Pissing on myself is not one of them. Thank you.
Mr. Wright, I am once again in your debt. Thanks to you, the Treasures of Korean exhibit was a great success. I even got to see Miss Von Karma, who I hadn't seen for almost a year. She taught me how to use a whip and said that I must show you what I've learned.
No. That's fine, dear. No, don't do that. Okay, you're fine. Okay, you don't need to rawhide. You don't need to rawhide, babe. Don't do that. Don't do that. So yeah, in that order, as far as this is concerned, following that is Ace Attorney Investigations and Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, most likely finished Danganronpa.
Jackie and I started a company called Master Mass Consulting. We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of all the criminals in the city. Our motto is, cut it out, please!
sell plants to the criminals as kind of a side business.
What?
I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're criminals.
Yeah, y'all some fucked up people.
We made up after we fucked each other's brains out.
And this is where the plan begins, huh?
I want to show my appreciation to Mr. for exterminating dog people. So I lent him $500,000 and he said a special thing he was I missed it. My own and I bet he's taking it down. When to compromise.
I'm pretty sure he's gulping that shit down. That's not how you went through compromise. That's winning through fear. That's quake with fear.
How you showing in the way? A frankly, grumpy, clown-nosed waste of flesh. At least that's what I thought. And I saw some ass. But my grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day. Talk about embarrassing. 69 years old. I cried like a baby with a dirty diaper.
You have the best day, sir. Well, I didn't know Noriyuki Iwadari did the music for this. It makes sense now.
As usual, we have an abundance of work to do. We've hired a new programmer to replace Glenn Elg. I do hope everyone will get along. His name is Adam Mada. As soon as I heard his name, I knew our brain circuits would align perfectly.
You know that's Kevin Stryker in the background? For those that didn't know, yeah, I knew that from the moment I actually looked at him.
I never shared it until now. My. More reporters. Since the murder, we've made so much money. I hardly know what to do. I think the magazines like us because I provide such a nice visual, especially in the spring. I can hardly wait for Ayame to come back.
Well, the good thing is I got most of my LPs planned out ahead of time. Oh, yeah, don't worry about her. She's a shipper. You got it! Wait, he passed away, I remember. I might be wrong, but let me check. Hey, Gildy! Number 3!
Iggy
Silly. Number 4! Iggy Avid coffee drinker extreme. Number 5. Iggy. Oh God, you don't even count. You certainly do have a crisp lip, you know. Oh God, you.
What's this? I'm back from a long and tiring vacation and no one is here to greet me? I guess while I was gone, my little whippersnapper buddy quit and now I've got no one. And what kind of lonely, crazy security room is this supposed to be anyway?
Yeah, I know.
What we thought? The flashing lights and switches, I feel like I'm and now what am I going to do with all these macadamia that I brought back for everyone? Oh, would I ever find a gentleman who would treat me like a refined lady?
Never. It will never happen.
I finally found something I love to do. Frenchie's Whippity Whip Trip is gonna turn the art world on its head.
Sure, Masashi.
I should have realized it sooner. Self-centered, lazy, antisocial. I'm an artiste. A really good portrait artist. I'm not a loser after all.
Yeah, we artists know the art of social distancing. We're antisocial anyway. Oh, yeah, social distancing. Yeah, go fuck yourself. We know the art too well. We're all up in our work. Gotta love that. Gotta love the concept art. But with that, we're done with this series. At least for now, until I feel up to doing Ace Attorney investigations. Bridge to the turnabout, and a lawyer only cries once. That means I've completed the game. So with that, I've been your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi, and this was the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. So, until whatever else I have, see you next game and die, Tinsel!